And welcome to Alive, where we're going to be sharing and discussing some of the issues that you've asked about on how you can grow and develop your public speaking skills. And it's so funny that in my Facebook groups, I ask people to either comment or message me with their questions. Most people have actually messaged me because they feel that they are the only person who has this issue with public speaking. And what's really funny is that as I've gone through the messages, so many of them are actually the same. They're worded differently maybe, but actually the questions are all so similar and they follow a theme. And I know they do because, it's exactly how I used to feel when I started speaking in public or, trying to give presentations. I know how it feels. I used to sit in a meeting when I had the corporate job before I became a full-time trainer and coach. And, I would be afraid to speak up in that meeting because I was worried about my opinion, my thought may not really matter. Or I might say something wrong. I might look silly. And of course, what happens when you do that? A few minutes later, somebody else says the same thing that I was thinking and they get all the credit. So I know how nervy and how fearful it can be. That's why it's wonderful to see people are contributing to questions. People are getting involved. So thank you for submitting your question if you've already done so. If you haven't, feel free to comment below this message and I'll address them as we go through over the next coming weeks on how you can grow your public speakers and how you can grow your confidence. The question I'm going to address in this video is one that came in. I didn't say who it's from then, but I'm not going to do that. The question is, what can I do to improve my public speaking skills? I always tremble when speaking in public, feeling anxious days beforehand. So did I. Before, if I was ever going to give any speech or presentation, days beforehand, sometimes even weeks, I would get all those symptoms. The symptoms we get when we're stressed. The sweaty palms, the butterflies in the belly, the dry throat, the pulsing heart. I used to get every single one of those, literally, as soon as I thought about the speech. So, because I felt that before I was going to give the speech, and if I felt that whenever I thought about the meeting and the occasion and who was going to be there, do you know what I used to do? And it's something that we can all do. Don't think about it. It's kind of a great idea, isn't it? If you don't think about it, you won't get stressed. Perfect. Except, of course, it gets to the point that you have now got to give the speech. You're going to go to that meeting and give the presentation. And you've definitely got to think about it then. So all we end up doing is putting the pressure on ourselves at the last moment. Maybe the day beforehand. I've even done it a couple of hours before the meeting, leaving it to that point. Because when we feel nervous and stressed about something, it's so easy to not think about it. And all that does is give us the pressure at the last minute and then indeed when we're in the meeting. So the first thing to do, if you've got a presentation to give or a speech, whatever it is, prepare early. As soon as you possibly can, start preparing. Don't procrastinate like I always used to do. And believe me, I did, leaving it to that last minute. So start preparing. What is it you want to share with the people? What is it they want you to share with them? Start making your notes. Start writing the script that you're going to give. And really get to understand what it is you want to share. And then once you've really mastered it, you've got the script laid out, certainly know off the top of the head, really memorize that first sentence. That's the most important sentence. And it's important for a couple of reasons. And I say sentence, it could be a couple of sentences to be honest, but it's the opening part of your speech. When you're nervous, when you first maybe stand up or you even start speaking, you see everybody looking at you, that's when the pressure's at its most. And if you can deliver a clear, concise and confident opening, you are going to feel better. You'll see the engagement from the people in the meeting and you will feel more confident. Rather than the opposite, which I've done I stumble over my opening, and then I feel I'm on the back foot right from the get-go. So know how you're going to start. And once you have the opening, you have the presentation, now it's time to rehearse it. Rehearse, rehearse, rehearse. You can never over-rehearse, in my view. Rehearse with everything. If you're going to use a clicker and slides, rehearse with that. If you've got props, use those. Whatever it is, rehearse. And rehearse in front of people. It's great to start home giving it to the dog or the TV or the teddy or whatever it is you've got. But rehearse in front of people ultimately. It could be your family, your spouse, your colleagues, whoever it is. Rehearse in front of them. I know the first time I ever did a rehearsal in front of someone is my best friend. And yet I felt nervous giving it in front of my best friend. It changes the dynamic slightly. So rehearse in front of them, and that will help to reduce the nerves and make you feel more confident. So to recap these key points, when you know you've got to give a presentation, start as soon as possible on your preparation. Don't pull it at the back of your mind and try and leave it because you feel nervous. And then rehearse it, rehearse it, rehearse it. Get it so you can internalize what it is you want to say. Then you won't be so focused on the script or worrying about the words you want to say, and know your opening sentences. And indeed, actually your closing if you can, but certainly the opening. That is a way to build the confidence and reduce the anxiety you feel when speaking in public. Comment below if you've got any thoughts on this video. Like, share, and do all the usual things we always ask on social media. And certainly put down any other questions that you've got on public speaking, and I'll be sure to answer those in our next video. Till then, take care. Bye bye.